Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
But inside is so delightful.
It's Christmas in July.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Let's review.
Want more?
Look for.
Season 4.
Bum.
Bum.
Yep. That's right, folks. We are back with another Christmas in July 2017, cutting it down from 30 to 25 to just 12 this year because we're giving ourselves a bit of a break, but we're in the midst of it. And much like we are in the midst of Christmas in July, we are talking about a special where the characters are in the midst of a snowstorm. Yeah, because all the holiday magic. But Dragon, this is not a Christmas story.
No.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about Mary Tyler Moore, and the episode is literally not a Christmas story.
Which makes it perfect for us.
Yep. Dragon, this is a really fun kind of subversion of the Christmas episode trope, I gotta say. Just to set it up, of course, we did the Christmas and the Hard Luck Kid, which was ranked the #1 Christmas special of all time by TV Guide last year. This one, I think this one isn't quite as poignant as the Christmas and the Hard Luck Kid is, but it's really, really good and satirical and almost meta in a way.
Yeah.
Just Dragon, so just to set up, one thing to set up with this episode, and then we'll get into it. I really like the conceit where they're playing on this real world thing that news broadcasts do, where they film Christmas specials in advance. I know this because I remember Disney World actually films their holiday parade in November, their seasonal Christmas parade, and they televise it, but it always takes place in November.
Whenever you make an episode for Christmas, of course you got to do it early so you can air around Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a really fun kind of conceit where it's like, well, yeah, the Christmas season in the TV studio would not be around December. It would logically be around November when everyone's kind of like filming their Christmas stuff at the very least. So I gotta say, this is a nice, it's not Christmas in July, but it's an interesting kind of like Christmas in November kind of play on it. So it's an interesting little twist on the formula. And of course, the big conceit here, Dragon, I think, let's just address this up top. I literally think that every single character in this special besides Sue Ann and Georgette are Scrooges. Every single last one of them.
Yeah,
Lou, Murray, Mary, Ted.
Scroogepalooza.
Scroogepalooza. Yeah. That's kind of the conceit of the episode. Like, let's just make, like, the most unpleasant, like, it's not unpleasant, it's just sort of like, like the most bitter and, it's just like a lot of just unpleasantness around the workplace, but done in a very, very fun, charming Mary Tyler Moore way. So, all right, Dragon, any other backstory you want to set up?
Well, I should probably set up the context here just to explain how this differs from the Christmas and the Hard Luck Kid. So that was early in the Mary Tyler Moore series. This is, if I'm right, about season 5 out of the 7. I believe it's 7 in total. And you got to remember, similar to All in the Family, this is kind of when the spin-off was popular. So certain characters, certain supporting characters got their own shows. So like season 4, Rhoda, everyone's favorite neighbor of Mary, she got her own show.
Right.
Then the even more short-lived series, Phyllis, for Cloris Leachman's character, that's around season 5. That's why she's not in it, which I gotta tell you, I was never crazy about. I love Cloris Leachman in certain things, but this show, I was never thrilled with her in this show, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so really, honestly, at that point, the series is really down to the newsroom with our characters. It's purely a kind of Mary's work life that seems to be kind of what the main crux of the series. I haven't watched every single episode, but of course I've watched the early seasons and bits here and there from the latter ones. Of course, the most famous episode being Chuckles Bites the Dust. You've heard about that one, right?
I've heard about it, yes. I need to catch myself up on all of these classic sitcoms that we've been talking about, man.
Anyway, so it's the whole bowl of action. We're kind of Mary worked her way up the ladder as the series went on, so now she's definitely firmly the producer of the show. That's kind of where we're at with it right now.
All right, so let's jump into it. So we start off. Like I said, the big conceit of this episode is that it's kind of like framed around this false Christmas dinner, but it's still like it's almost next to nothing in the episode is Christmas. So we're going to be pulling for the tropes here, folks. Maybe not quite as much as we were with Courage, but still.
No, there's still, again, it's a lot of like faux Christmas, which works for our faux Christmas special. In a way.
Exactly.
So let's see. So Murray is, let's see.
He came up with a new opening for Ted.
Yes, he's running it by Ted and by Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Around
the world and around the corner.
Yes, now it's going to be important to kind of get that delineation straight. So, that's the version that Murray wrote for Ted, and she pitched it to Mary before he pitched it to Ted. So it's for Ted, but he hasn't run it by Ted yet.
Mm-hmm.
Around the world, around the corner. Mary likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll run. Okay, maybe we'll run it next week. Okay, then Ted enters the scene. The wonderful Ted night. He let's see. Ted reads it. He reads it and he likes it.
I really like it. It's just me.
Yeah. Fun fact: Ted Knight was a Jim Gordon.
Oh God, was he really?
Yeah, in the Super Friends era.
Oh, Oh wow. Okay. Oh man.
Well, I want to say it's the. I'm pretty sure the Super Friends had a few permutations. It was like the old era of. It was pretty sure it's Super Friends era. He was the narrator and he was Jim Gordon. It's been fun.
Or you know.
And Ted Knight was in Psycho, uncredited.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, yeah. So it sounds just like Ted.
Let me take this home with me over the weekend and learn it.
Again, it's only an opening he has to memorize. He's such a wonderfully dim but awesome sounding character. And
one of the things I really have to credit this episode with is this episode has such a good string of setups and payoffs.
Well, I could be wrong here, but the character from Muppets, sorry, I'm just trying to get it short. Pigs from Space, being pigs in space. Luke Hogg. I'm trying, like the kind of the Captain Kirk of the.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the names on the tip of my tongue.
It's Hogg something. It's like I want to say it's like Luke Hogg something, but then again, I might be thinking of Luke Skywalker.
Again, I feel dumb for not knowing it off the top of my head. I think it's Link something.
Yeah, that's it. Right, like Link Hogg something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that guy very much is modeled after Ted Knight. So that's where that Muppet's coming from. So basically, if you like that character, you'll notice he sounds a lot like Ted Knight. So little fun. I understand the charm of Ted Knight as Ted. As Ted is the fact he's so oblivious, he's so dim-witted, but he's so darn lovable, and he has like everything he delivers sounds great in that voice.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so like he walks out the door, says he's gonna need to learn it, then he almost immediately walks back in, basically with pitching the reversal of the idea. Of course, Murray, and I don't know if you're familiar with this, Sticky, but Murray and Ted have like a long-standing thing where Murray, it's classic. Murray's the guy who has the right copy for the guy for the dim-witted guy who reads it on news. He has to make the dumb guy sound smart, so he's always getting the shaft.
Right,
so
right.
It's always like kind of that. They're almost like brotherly, like kind of a brotherly rivalry almost.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's like older brother, little brother. Like Ted's the little brother, he's the older brother. Almost.
So Ted wants to change it from around the world to around the corner to around the corner and around the world.
Either or sounds okay, to be honest.
You know what, Dragon? I'm just going to address this right here. I think around the corner and around the world sounds way better.
He's on Ted's side.
I'm on Ted's side with this.
Go get him, America.
I represent the Ollie the Elevator Mans of the world.
Oh, yes.
All right, anyways.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, of course, Murray likes the original better, the original version better. Let's see. So Mary is asking. So again, like they're kind of hashing out again. Seemingly, Ted's like he's gonna go with like, oh yeah, sure. I was just throwing it out there. Okay, he's just gonna move on. Seemingly, Mary's asking Murray what his plans for the weekend are. Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's got chores. Really, around the house chores. He's got to go to the dentist. Put a new storm window. Sunday. It's the more unpleasant chores.
That Murray is just always the optimist.
Yeah. See, Ted Ted
I
read
was
both.
right.
Oh,
I asked Ollie the elevator man. I read it both ways, and there was no question around it. Around the corner and around the world is a way to go.
I tell you, I don't think I'm better not watching every episode of the show. I don't know if we've ever seen Ollie the Elevator Man.
I
I
just
don't
love
know.
the idea of Ollie the elevator.
I love it. I also love that we don't see the guy. I just love it. It kind of paints a picture in your head like what you think Ollie the Elevator guy is.
Right.
Like, does he actually have refined taste? Is he a good judge of character? It's a lot there.
And Murray kind of calls us out. He's like, "Oh, what experience does he have?" Well, he's been running that elevator for 17 years.
I love that gag. To me, is probably my favorite gag in the special. I really love that joke every time. It's like, oh, you've been right. It's like, yeah, it's such a ask a dumb question, get a dumb answer. That's great. So Mary's trying to stay out of it, but of course, her job, she is forced to mediate.
Oh yeah.
There's a great gag here where he says, "It's like to be or." It's like to be or to be, and then
Not
of course,
to be or to be.
Yeah, Ted does not realize what that is a reference to.
Mm-hmm. So then we have a great bit with Lou while Lou's just trying to get out of there. Have a nice day, you guys. Not so fast, Lou.
Okay, Ted, and all the wonderful Ed Asner folks. Oh, it's the wonderful Ed Asner.
Hi, I'm Ed Asner.
Yep. Wonderful Ed Asner folks.
Obscure
Everyone
documentary reference. Anyways.
Of course, everyone's fate.
Nice day. Is that good enough for you, Ted?
So they run the opening by Lou. And of course,
that's it.
Yep. That's Ted has this hilarious line where he says, "That's what we're doing the news for, not for us. We already know the news. We're doing it for the Ollies, for the elevator."
Right.
Lou decides for Mary to the site and kind of delegating the responsibility. He doesn't want to deal with it. He just wants to get out of there as soon as possible. He doesn't want to be held up. Wants to go to his sport again.
Mm-hmm. And Mary will decide on Monday.
Yes, to the side. Look, she saves herself with that Monday thing. So Ted's saying to Murray, "I respect Murray's opinion." But he tells Murray he respects his opinion, but he hopes that he's got comfortable shoes. Because he's going to tell Ollie, and he'll be walking 23 flights of stairs.
Ollie!
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Well, you have kind of a salacious scene for a Christmas special, you got to say.
A little bit, yes. My dad always admits that his first crush was Mary Tyler Moore, and I can see why.
Oh, let's just address it now. I mean, it's a very inappropriate scene to address this, but I'll address it just because I feel embarrassed that we forgot this with the opening. The reason we picked Mary Tyler Moore this year is because, unfortunately, we've lost we lost Mary Tyler Moore this year, January. So we wanted to kind of pay tribute to her with this. So, yeah, so she was America's first in many respects.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Very much a trailblazer, much like her character in this show.
It's just always the eternal optimist. Very funny. She's a really sweet lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Murray visits Mary at a very bad time. He's catching her out of the bath, or out of the shower. I think it's the bath. Anyway. Very bad time. She's like in a towel. Like, it's kind of shame on Mary for answering the door like that. I mean, come on, man. Well, don't you have a robe?
Oh, it's okay. You see, I was in there too long. My fingers were starting to get all wrinkly.
But again, it's like the ever lovable Mary Tyler Moore here. It's like, again, this is this kind of lays the groundwork for a forming a performance in some ways. Like the ever pleasant person. Let's not split hairs as well. Let's just a little bit.
Honestly, if it came out that Vera Farmiga took notes on Mary Tyler Moore for the Norma Bates performance, it would not shock me.
That's what I'm saying. If you're looking where Vera Farmiga was kind of pulling from for her take on Norma Bates, I wouldn't be surprised. Mary Tyler Moore. So, yes, let's see. So Mary, yes, again, very, very bad. She's handling the situation kind of in a Norma fashion here, where she's just kind of she's kind of playing it off very well. Again, she is pointing out throughout the scene that it's kind of a towel here. Want to get dressed so we can continue this conversation.
Right.
No, look, Mary. Again, the idea is he's pushing her like a bad time, so he'll get his way. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Hurry, he's basically saying, "Oh, I respect your opinion, Mary. You know, yeah, I understand like, either way you pick." And of course, like she says that she'll be doing it his way on Monday, and doing doing this. Oh, thank you, Mary. You made such a fantastic choice. I'll get out of there.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see. We get some. I like how we use these establishing shots to kind of like see how the blizzard is progressing over the episode,
which is good.
That was kind of a nice sort of subtle touch. So let's see. So Lou wants pictures of Spider-Man. No.
Very funny considering the great Ed Asner was also J. Jonah Jameson in the 90s.
Exactly.
So it's Monday. Most importantly, it is Monday. Lou wants pictures of the storm, not Spider-Man. Wants pictures of the storm. Again, folks, Spider-Man will be relevant this Christmas in July. Little tease.
Oh yeah.
Lou wants pictures of the storm, not the cliche stuff. He doesn't want snowball fights. He doesn't want a fat guy shoveling snow.
Mm-hmm.
Shoveling sidewalks. Shoveling snow from the sidewalks. And of course, Mary's with the kind of the wise guy answer again. You got spunk. I hate spunk. Classic kind of Lou Mary rapport there. About the spray. About children playing in the spray of a fire hydrant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's one.
Which I gotta say that is kind of like a fun sort of like it's sort of like Christmas in July.
Yep. So two things I should address. We have two characters in this season that we did not have in like the last time we talked about Mary Tyler Moore. I probably should explain briefly. Is that entering the scene is a very young Betty White.
Yeah, definitely.
Sue Ann Nivens, the gist of it is she's pretty much as you see her here, but there's like one facet person I didn't quite see is that she's kind of like the Doris Roberts from Everybody Loves Raymond in the extent that she is the happy homemaker. She runs like she's the happy homemaker. She cooks, she bakes. She does like kind of a how-to for the housewife type show.
I mean, I pretty much picked up on that from the episode. Yeah.
Yes, but the two things with her character that we get half of it here is that she likes Lou Grant. She acted the Lou Grant, or she kind of has these biting, like she'll insult her, like kind of like Doris Roberts would on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically saying like basically giving her like a backhanded compliment, like pointing out like, "Oh, Mary," with a smile on her face. "Oh, Mary, that's terrible."
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I didn't really pick up on that in this episode.
That's the thing. It's kind of the gist was, and the point is like no one likes her for those kind of reasons. Like, oh boy, like when Sue Ann Nivens enters, like, oh god, she's like the Elmira from Tiny Toons. Like, oh god, she's so positive. That's kind of thing. Everyone no one likes Sue Ann Nivens really, but they can't really. She's not. Oh god, Sue Ann Nivens, what a headache. She's like normal. That's the better one for Garfield. Normal. She's normal.
Yeah, because I feel like Elmira kind of like falls into the Dee Dee Pickles side of the not liking spectrum.
Right. But she absolutely is normal. Just going with like our best Christmas special.
Well, what I'm trying to say is like it's Betty White, so of course we the audience like her, but she's meant to get on the character's nerves, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
All right. Let's see. So yes, Homemaker show. She has like a very, very Christmassy dress on.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
She's loving the snow. She's very conceited.
She's waxing poetic about the snow.
This is what I'm talking about. She's very conceitedly going through how much she loves the snow here.
And how isn't it funny how a majestic force of nature could screw up a whole city?
Yep. Let's see. And then she's like, this to me here. Here's the funny thing for me is that Mary Tyler Moore, we have kind of like the building blocks of the Farmiga. Here we have Betty White just kind of like over hamming it up. It's like how you don't do a Farmiga, but it's still like it's kind of its own thing. It's like someone like going too eager with a Farmiga.
Right. I can see that.
It's like someone trying too hard to mirror Vera Farmiga versus someone who's very naturally
Yuletide yummies for worldwide tummies.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, even hearing Vera Farmiga say that just wouldn't sound right. It's like, you know what? That
line, yeah.
It's like I don't even think Farmiga could sell that line without being like, okay, I'm just really hamming it up right now.
God.
Okay.
And this is
November.
Established that she's, she always tapes the Christmas shows in advance, so it's November.
Kind of like it's July in this case. It's November.
Right.
Yeah, so she tapes it early so she can spend time with her sister, and also is here actually on Christmas. Her sister's kind of creepy, but has a pool, so she's cool either way.
Let's see. She's suggesting games they can play, like, oh, this wonderful game from Finland. Oh wait, that wouldn't work because you need 3 little boys and a peasant's wife.
The newsroom essentially turns her down. Mary's meeting someone at the theater and having people over for bridge. Again, they're all coming up with like last minute excuses, I would factor.
And then Lou, this is probably the gag of the episode.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Oh my god. So Lou's like
she asks Lou because again she cares most about Lou. Remember that. So she really has an effect. She's always in heat around Lou Grant. That's the gag.
Oh god. And Lou's just like,
I'm not doing
well, Sue-Ann, I don't have any plans tonight. You'll come. And then Lou Grant, just like, I can't even begin to describe how well timed this is.
Polish the Emmy, folks. This is a scene called Polishing the Emmy.
Just one word. No.
Oh yeah, he says no because he doesn't like any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Mary thinks Lou should have gone to dinner, but he. Oh right. He's. I'm sorry. Lou Grant's also lying after the note was like, no, I hate that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. Mary's thinking Lou after Mary thinks Lou should have gone there for the at the very least the dinner for the meal. Then I think Murray points out, yes, if he went, he would have been dessert.
Right.
Yeah. So Ted's car, basically Ted is the bearer of bad news in the scene where Ted enters and he, Ted, what's keeping you so long? You're going to be in there in like a minute or so. Stuck in the snowdrift again. It's really coming down out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Georgette's waiting in the tow truck. Georgette's the other character, just a girlfriend for Ted, and again another everybody loves Raymond character as well. I mean, literally, she was on the show as Robert's mother-in-law.
Okay.
Anyway,
but it's okay.
Points like
she has a car radio. I told her she could listen to the radio.
Guys leaves that poor girl waiting in the snow and the. She's all alone. I told her she can play with the radio. Ted had to walk 15 blocks. Ted's questioning about questioning the opening. Is the same opening? Ted's just being very childish. Like, well, I don't like it. And I'm basically saying I can't say this. I gotta be me. Yeah. It's a dirty job, but somebody.
She kind of drops the ball a little bit. She's kind of like, oh, forget it. We don't have time. Just do it your way and we'll figure it out later.
Well, no, he doesn't say do it your way. We'll worry about it next week. Just do the regular opening.
Right. Yeah.
Even to him, just says, okay,
no, you're right.
We'll worry about it next week.
In Mike Ehrmantraut terminology, she takes a half measure.
Yes.
No more half measures, Mary.
So there's note down there. She crosses it out. She's just like we'll talk about tomorrow. The opening. So they're opening the same way as always. That's the plan at least. Let me write that down. just gotta write that. Murray questions this. Murray's questioning Mary's judgment call on that. Her decision making on that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stick by the old call, Mary. Come on.
And Mary, she jumps into it right away. She's like, "You're right, Ted. This is how Murray wrote it, and this is how we're gonna do it. Around the world, around the corner, however you say it."
And then Ted wants a please. Like, I'm waiting for please, or someone's waiting for please. I think it's Ted. Ted's waiting for please. Yeah, Murray's riding Mary after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this wonderful video where Lou interrupts with he's very straightforward. Excuse me, I hate to interrupt, but I have a question. Again, the guy, the big boss. He's like one of the best bosses in all of television. Let's face it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Lou interrupts with a very, very simple question. Why is the show on the air and Ted isn't? Ted then realizes. He realizes slowly. Versus
he's trying to explain it to Lou. He's like, oh well, Lou, you see what happened was.
He puts it together. Nice scampers off.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So they're opening. I think Lou's coming out like, well, it looks like we're opening with a picture of an empty studio right now.
Yep.
And then Murray says, I've never enjoyed the show more. In a rush, Ted enters and he does it his way. He does the opening, the additional opening, his way around the corner and around the world. To Murray's dismay, he's steaming, man. He's steaming. He's mad.
Yeah, he's about ready to quit.
Yep, he's threatening to quit, and then again, Murray's just trying to go with the rationale, which you get almost by, where he says, "Oh, come on, Murray, you probably didn't do it on purpose." And then Ted pokes his head through the door, seeming like he's going to apologize or something. And then he just gives him the raspberry, he gives him the raspberry. He's like, way. He did it his way. Okay. Snowstorm. We got shoveling again now. We're definitely seeing it here even more so. It's like now it's piling up.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I like how those establishing shots kind of build on the storm.
Mary's explained the situation to Lou.
Yeah.
It's kind of that Vince Gilligan thing we learned of, like, we're at the end of the conversation. That's why we don't have to go through it again.
Exactly. Murray comes in. He wants to use the phone. It used to be my phone. It's not anymore.
He wants to use his former phone. All his former stuff he has to ask permission to use now. He calls his wife. And this is like the ingeniousness of this whole special right here. He's calling his wife because he can't get the car out of the snowdrift. It's like all snow blizzardy out there. And they say he won't be able to get out till midnight. And so again, it's this brilliant idea that Murray has quit. Like something bad's gone down here. Murray has quit over, and he is stuck here. He cannot leave. He's going to be miserable, and everyone else is going to be miserable over. Well, someone's quit. We don't want this guy to quit. And everyone's mad at each other based on this scene going forward. May I use the coffee? Because it's not my coffee cup anymore.
Yes, Murray, you can have some coffee.
Yeah.
Then we got adorable Mary Tyler Moore, just like, Murray.
Baked blueprint right here. Come on.
Murray. Then Lou chiming in, somehow I don't think swinging him with your logic.
Oh, yeah. So let's see.
Murray, just
horrific.
Sit down in your chair. It used to be your chair. Yeah, it's not anymore.
Of course, Lou's really. This is great. Lou is kind of riding Mary here now. She's
kind of like real world job sort of situation, I gotta say.
Yeah, she's handling. Lou's is kind of placing the blame on Mary here. Just terrific, Mary. You handle this little matter, and basically we get chaos and chaos. You handle this little matter, now we got chaos. And Murray, and this is not just showing that, again, while Murray's not working for them, well, seemingly not working for them anymore, he's sticking up for Mary. Because, again, he does like Mary. And he's sticking up for Mary and blaming Lou for him just being in a hurry and not dealing with the matter himself. So everyone's at each other's throats. Mary made a good decision, in her opinion, but then it's been undermined. Why are you yelling at Murray? And then, this is beautiful. This is the heart of the show. Again, these two characters, Lou and Mary here. It's just, Lou asking Mary, why are you yelling at Murray? Because I'm too much of a coward to yell at you.
yeah, right. At least
then
Mary,
Ted
if anything else, she's honest.
Yes. Well, Ted enters. Go on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Ted enters, kind of just ruining the, wasn't that a great show, guys? He's just on cloud nine.
He respects Mary, but she made a lousy decision in his opinion, so he changed it.
Right.
So Mary's almost about to quit at this point.
Again, everyone is a Scrooge. Every single person besides Sue Ann and Georgette.
Yeah. All because of a couple words. This is all this is hitting the fan.
Right.
Okay, let's see. So then Sue Ann enters. Again, kind of breaking the tension here. Sue Ann enters.
Guess what, everybody? Have you heard we're snowed in?
Yep, and they're stuck with Sue Ann now.
We're going to be spending the whole evening together.
They're all stuck together for Christmas dinner after all, and then this is great. You're gonna have to eat again. She's so confident, like so villainous, like her evil plans come to fruition here. Almost, it's like almost like she prayed to the snow gods or something.
She's so evil. Wait. Dragon.
What?
Is
What?
Sue-Ann, do we have a reverse Scrooge here with Sue-Ann?
You mean like a reverse Flash?
Yes. I don't know what. Or
Well,
mirror Scrooge.
I don't know. We might have a reverse Scrooge. Let's see.
Like,
So,
what was the terminology for the Lou Grant Scrooge that we had? We called it something, and we were really proud of it.
no, we had a mirror Scrooge. I think that was it.
I want to say that Sue-Ann, just in the context of this episode, how this episode operates, everyone else is in a bad mood besides Sue-Ann. Sue-Ann is the one person in the Christmas spirit, and she's kind of antagonistic because of that. I think we've got a mere Scrooge on our hands, Dragon.
Yeah, we got a whole room full of regular Scrooges except Georgette, and we have a mirror Scrooge with Sue-Ann. Okay,
All right.
Everyone,
That's kind of a cool connection with Lou Grant. I think the mere Scrooges are like the rarest of the Scrooges, Dragon.
It's like a Bigfoot sighting.
Exactly. All right.
So again, they're all stuck together basically Sue-Ann points again the machinations of her evil plan. It's almost as if she prayed to the frost giants. Who knows?
Oh, God.
You're gonna have to, again, with like a smile on her face, like you're gonna have to eat sometime. And what else are you gonna eat? Peanut butter crackers from the vending machine, or an 8-course meal and free booze?
And of course, the free booze are like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. They all reluctantly are down for
This
that.
is great timing here. Like, Georgette comes in when they're leaving. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Ted, just couldn't we pay the full price and have Christmas dinner on December 25th?
It's basically with that break in stride, Ted informs her of, oh no, Georgette, we're having Christmas dinner here, and just thinking that he's so cheap. He's cheaping out Christmas dinner so much we got to eat it like in November.
Right.
Okay, so now we're on the Christmas dining room set.
I love this. I love how this is the set piece for the third act.
It is. It's great. It has a Christmas tree. Has warm cider.
It's basically kind of the equivalent of the Bates Motel season 4 final scene.
In a way, yes. In a way.
Like the Norman Rockwell painting.
And of course, Norman was a. Okay.
Right.
I'm picturing kind of a funny scene. Imagine this. Romero walks in in season 4 when he's kind of moseying on in there. He's asking, "What's the Norman Rockwell painting? It must be good."
God. Dragon, I've got to say, I'm shocked that in all of our Bates Motel season 4 stuff, we never made that comparison.
Well, again, we didn't have the Norman Rockwell painting till the very end.
Well, I'm just saying, at the very end, I'm kind of shocked that we didn't go in that direction with it. Anyways.
Right there. So again, the Christmas dining room with all the trimmings, it's Christmas colors, the whole 9 yards. And essentially, as Georgette points out, it's like a Kodak commercial.
Right.
Well, we have the mistletoe gag where the mistletoe gag where it's an asparagus fern. Basically, she really goes for it with Lou Grant. And he's almost lifted off the ground with how she's laying it on him there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but
so again, Mary is
fern. But what the hell?
Yep. So let's see. No wonder Deadpool admires this one. She really goes for it. Well, he admires he admires the Golden Girls, especially B. Arthur. I'm saying he likes all the Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mary is basically everyone's being seated in a certain place. You should be in the happy home because she's seating everyone. Basically, Mary's making sure she avoids sitting next to everyone, essentially.
Right.
Okay, take days to the hat thing.
Oh God. Oh, the hat thing. Where to start? Well, of course,
this is I love this idea so much. It's so silly and it's so hilarious.
So the theme of the of Sue-Ann's Christmas special this year is the multicultural holidays. So she's got a little multicultural hat for all of them, Dragon, and this leads to probably for me the outside of the Lou Grant no. Just the funniest delivery of a line in the episode, I'm a little Dutch girl. I don't know. There's just something about the Betty White delivery on that just kills me. And then Georgette, Georgette's kind of into it too. She's like, "Oh, I'm a little pirate girl."
Wasn't it Scottish, or was that someone else?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, put on your sombrero, Lou.
God, and the idea is like, again, this is her exercise of person. In many ways, Steve, she's a mirror Scrooge because she's positive on the surface and she's in the Christmas spirit. But
yes. Ah, I love the mirror Scrooge. I'm so proud when we come up with it, Dragon.
Yep. And so,
anyway,
so you know what says Merry Christmas, Steve? Nothing says Merry Christmas in November like a sombrero.
Gosh darn it, you're right, Dragon.
And basically, she has him over the barrel here by saying, again, well, as much as some of them, like Mary has like I want to say Mary has the German hat. She has the hat with the point. I'm pretty sure it's like that's the Germany one.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I wish they announced what all the hats were so I could know this because I think one of them might have been a Russian hat. I can't tell, but
yeah, I hear you.
The point is like they coincide with like the 8 dish with the dishes, whatever the dishes are, and the idea is. If you don't wear the hats, you can't eat.
God. Again, that's like so like the audience is supposed to like this character is definitely supposed to be funny, but she's so manipulative and evil.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah. So then she has like she goes through in the Christmas carols like with the Christmas songbooks. Says, songs, Lou's not in the mood. Oh, don't worry, they're non-dominational.
Right.
Murray wants to sing. Well, hey, why does everyone not have to sing? I want to sing. Oh, jeez. So let's see. And then,
Murray's in the Christmas spirit.
Yep. Ted's with Lou and not wanting to sing. It says, "No, I'm with Lou. No, you're not, Ted."
He's just on fire this episode, man. He's got such a good delivery.
He's always on fire. He's the man, Tiki.
Oh, I believe you. Again, I need to watch more of this show.
You never underestimate the power of Asner, man. It's like uranium. It's something you can't compete with. It's like 10 arc reactors built into one performer.
Right.
Okay, let's see. So yes, and singing the
12 Days of Christmas.
Singing decision up to Mary. Do we sing or do we don't sing?
Oh yeah, right.
Of course, like oh god, just can you? And then of course Lou has the great one. Can you handle it, Mary?
God.
Let's sing. It goes Mary just to kind of spite Lou. Yeah, let's sing. And then they sing the 12 Days of Christmas all going around. This
is a great set piece right here.
Ted, do you need to study it over the weekend?
God.
I love it. It starts off so aggressively. It's the most aggressive rendition of 12 Days of Christmas.
Exactly. And then Mary is just like when it gets to her line, she's just like, Sue-Ann, I don't know about. Oh, change your mind again, Mary.
And I love that in the middle of the song, there's like Luke kind of has a conversation in the middle of the song, which is great.
Right.
Look, Sue-Ann, I've had it with the singing and the hats.
No, hold on. He has a great bit where he's like, Sue-Ann, I have something to say. I know you do, Lou. 3 French hens.
Aside from 3 French hens. Dang it, the hats.
He throws his hat off, and then they all throw their hats off in unison with each other.
Sue-Ann's kind of bummed.
God.
And basically, they're all really mad. And then Georgia kind of puts some holiday joy in the atmosphere when she starts singing beautifully. She sings "Silent Night."
This is the most meta moment in the episode, I think. Because it's very self-aware about this whole trope of like, all right, all we need to do is sing a Christmas song, to ease the tension.
How about they call themselves?
What?
How about they call themselves in this with Mary's bit here? Go on.
Yeah. She's like, well, gee, does anyone even remember what we were all mad about? And then Murray takes a second. He's like, yeah, I remember. Lou's like, I do too. Then Mary's like, yeah, well, I remember too. I love how Mary like fires back more aggressive than any of them. She's like, "Oh, screw it."
Yep, they all chow down and post the meal. Everyone's enjoyed their meal, and Mary and they all apologize. It's an apology tour all around this table. Mary apologizes for being in a bad mood. All right. Luce says, do you have the Lou line?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Is that he was mean, rude, and rotten, and Sue Ann interjects with, "Oh, you were just being yourself, Lou. Don't apologize for that." And again, everyone jumps in with the apologies.
Yeah, the whole point is like everyone would like to apologize to everyone.
Because these guys are friends at the end of the day. Again, they kind of Ted drives them nuts now and again, but they all love each other. They're all good pals.
And then Ted kind of like jokingly is like, "Oh, how could we be so mean to each other on Christmas of all days?"
It's so, again, that's the thing, Dean. This man could read the phone book and it'd be hilarious. Again, he could just, everything he says is just is priceless. But again, he says it with such gusto. Like he's so stupid. He's bought into it that it is not Christmas, but he truly believes it is Christmas.
Right.
How can we? He feels so guilty. Oh, it's almost like a deeper version of Rex from like a deeper voiced version of Rex from Toy Story in a way. It's like, oh, how could we fall for this on Christmas of all days?
I could see that. Yeah.
Begin to deck the halls.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the credits roll as they continue to sing "Deck the Halls," and then at the end, like Mary says, "One more time." Ain't that cute?
Yeah. All right. So that is it, Dragon. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I enjoyed it a great deal. Again, it's kind of a nice little reversal. Like, we had kind of the sweet one where everyone kind of came back to Mary's aid in Christmas and the Hard Luck Kid. Here, everyone's at each. I just love the reversal of that. One's like kind of by the numbers in a good way for like kind of what you want in a Christmas special. This one's like, well, one, it's not Christmas. Secondly, everyone's at each other's throats. It's kind of a great reversal that worked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this episode's a lot of fun. I think especially watching it a second time through, it's there's a lot of good setups and payoffs to the gags. How Mary is indecisive and everything like that. Just really sharp writing, really sharp dialogue. Just all around. And again, there's kind of a meta element to this thing too, where it's like, they're kind of playing on, like I said, like very fun kind of Scrooge archetypes and whatnot, and like playing on the whole like, oh, we're singing Silent Night, but that's definitely not going to change the mood. So yeah, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I thought it was very self-aware, very very clever. Good job all around. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, Dragon, let's unwrap what we're going to get to on the penultimate episode of Christmas in July.
Yeah. Folks, it's the amazing. It's the spectacular. It's the all-around good guy, Spider-Man we're talking about, in a seasonal pitch.
Yeah, and of course, we're doing the Spider-Man, the MCU Homecoming universe version of Spider-Man.
Yes.
Now, of course, just to tease mine just a bit, Dragon, we did a very controversial, I shouldn't say controversial, but very polarizing and split review of Spider-Man Homecoming. And you really liked it a lot. Jacob Weil really liked it a lot. And I was more on the fence about it. I still think it's a good movie. I don't necessarily think it's a great movie. I think it's honestly one of the, not one of the weaker movies in the MCU, but definitely one of the lighter and kind of like more insignificant movies in the MCU for me personally, and I know that's not a popular opinion. So what I want to change about Spider-Man Homecoming for my pitch is I want to use these same characters, because we have good characters with Homecoming, right? Like we have Ned, we have Michelle, we have a good sort of brand of supporting players to play with Homecoming. But I want to really interject some serious drama into this version of Spider-Man, because Dragon, as you know, that's the thing that I thought was severely holding Homecoming back, is that by all intents and purposes for me, Spider-Man Homecoming is more or less a comedy, which kind of bothers me with a character like Spider-Man who, yeah, he's light on the outside, but that character's got a lot of pathos going on, and I want to pay off that pathos. And Dragon, I'm going to give you one little tease, all right? One little tease. It's going to be the first Christmas without Uncle Ben. And the Uncle Ben will be played by Tobey Maguire.
You're really going with that theory.
I'm really going with the Tobey Maguire thing. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's not the whole, like, he's obviously, like, he's not playing he's not playing Peter Parker. He's playing Uncle Ben. But yeah, I'm going for it. I want to see Toby back. All right. So.
All right. Okay, go shoot yourself. Let's see
What?
what happens.
Come on.
Let's see what happens.
Now you're being a Scrooge. You're a jerk.
Oh, I'm the Scrooge. I'm the Scrooge. You deserve that for what you did on that Spider-Man Homecoming video. You deserve that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
You deserve that and more, buddy.
Man. Anyways, so this is very appropriate, the sort of back and forth banter with me and Dragon because of the episode. You know, we're just in a bit. All right, Dragon. So tropes. What do we got?
Okay, obviously we have the not sit around Christmas special.
Mm-hmm. The snowing, of course.
Mm-hmm. Bickering around the holidays. Well, bickering in, you know what I mean.
The Christmas dinner.
Yes, Christmas colors, you know, red and green.
The Norman Rockwell photo, you know, the kind of perfect Christmas set.
Yeah. We have well, basically everyone but Georgette's a Scrooge, and more specifically Sue Ann Nivens is the Mirror Scrooge.
Yes, the Mirror Scrooge. I love it. Let me see. I mean, again, not too many tropes in this one because the whole point of it is that it's kind of not a Christmas story. So,
well, we have, you know, holiday cider. You know, we got we already
Christmas carols.
Yes, Christmas carols. Absolutely, we have funny
multicultural holidays.
Yes, kind of doing it's a small world with it. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking more As Told by Ginger, but sure, we'll go.
Sure, yes. Okay. Christmas feast. You know.
Well, I mean, I already said Christmas dinner.
Oh, okay. Well,
anyways, it's fine. Sure, Christmas feast.
I'm saying it felt kind of feasty. I'm getting like 8 courses. That's a feast.
No, you're right. The whole trope of, singing the Christmas carol to break the tension.
Yep, everyone, you know, kind of like that. All shucks, you know, we've all been so
right, exactly.
Yep, quitting around the holidays. You know, getting kind of threatening to quit around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Ending on the song. You know, they had blend the song.
Oh yeah, big time for sure.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
And mistletoe.
And mistletoe, you're absolutely right. Well, technically asparagus fern, but
well,
what?
You know, yeah. Come on.
Okay, folks. So this episode is a great, kind of a great avatar for what we do here on Christmas in July, which is like, you know, all right, it's November. It's not technically Christmas. How are we going to get a Christmas dinner and all those Christmas tropes into it? And I really appreciate episodes like this that really do kind of take those tropes and play around with them and be a little meta with them. And that's exactly what we like to do here on Christmas in July with the tropes. You know, we like to play around. We like to find the episodes, much like Courage, that, you know, maybe aren't even Christmas specials. It's just all a big Scrooge-a-palooza. And yeah, that's our mission statement here.
But Tiki, I can't help but just kind of stop things for a mere moment and just ponder this. Tiki, this is such a fun process of us going through these specials again. Like, some unconventional, some by the numbers, but we love them. And I just going through them, just kind of figuring out these tropes and just kind of seeing like how they line up and coming up with ingenious things like Mirror Scrooge or Scrooge-a-palooza. I mean, coming up with these things, it's such a fun process. It just doesn't feel right. I mean, in the name of Ed Asner and the glorious and golden name Lou Grant, and of course, in honor of Mary Tyler Moore, I think it would be very nice if we could right here, right now, come up with a term for this. You know, not necessarily with the asparagus fern. If we can only find something that is like, it's like examining asparagus fern, but not asparagus fern. You know, like something that's, you know, we're looking at it intently. and we're studying it, and we're taking note of it in kind of like a scientific process. But I don't know. I can't think of the word. But Tiki, we gotta do something. We gotta do something nice. Because again, the whole special was picked to honor Mary Tyler Moore. We got to come up with something nice that sums it, that ties like a nice little bow on top, like puts like a nice seasonal November-y sombrero on it all, and says, you know what? We can work with this as kind of as a good sting line for what we do here on Christmas in July. Can you think of any terms that could kind of express it, any phrases that could express that, Tiki? Because I got nothing. I got nothing.
Well, yeah, Dragon, I believe the phrase you're looking for is putting the mistletoe underneath the microscope next time. What?
Of course, yeah.
Next time on Christmas in July. I'm a little Dutch girl.